All right, so that's a slightly optimistic note coming in from M&M, a little more optimistic than when we heard them in a conference call about 10 days back. Meanwhile, index is doing well. The mid-cap index is doing well. Banks are on the back foot, but Anuj, IT is in the back foot. I think the UBS report and the Goldman Sachs report is having an impact or whatever, but IT clearly is not the performer of the day.
Absolutely. I think today's IT, ITC, banks, financials, almost everything is weak. The stocks doing well do not have too much weight in the index, whether it's in Adani Ports or even the steel stocks, Cipla. You know, Lata, it's interesting that in the index, almost 30 stocks are in green, only 20 in red. But the power of those 20 stocks is actually far greater than the power of stocks rising. And that's why you see this dichotomy. Even on the index, actually, the advance decline is in favor of the advances. But let's go across to Mitesh Thakkar and Prakash Kaba for fresh technical picks. Then, Mitesh, morning again. What have you made of this weakness? Would you buy the dip or is there a short trade? And what are the stock calls now?
So, Anuj, yes, buying the dip is what I would want, but 15,450 is an area which I think would be the best to buy into. I think that's where a couple of intraday averages are converging, and that'll also give you a good retracement and therefore increase your risk-reward equation favorably. But for the timing, I have one buy and one sell. Godrej Properties, that's a buy. Keep a stop below 1360 and look for targets of around 1420 here. And on the sell side is Escorts. I think that's showing signs of mild weakness. So sell below 1150 for with a stop at 1166 for targets of 1120.
Okay, Escorts is a sell. That's interesting. Prakash, good morning. What are you going with?
Good morning, Anuj. I like ACC. Looks good. Can climb to around 2050 zones. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Stop below 1975 should be okay. Second stock that I like is HUL. Giving some kind of good build-up yesterday as well. And today looks like it can climb to around 2400 zones. HUL. Stop below 2355. So it's HUL and ACC, two main lines.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks a lot for those calls. So the stock of the day really is Gujarat Gas, and it's now piling on 5.5% higher on that stock in a weak market. So perhaps looking very interesting. And Adani Ports is continuing yesterday's move. Sonia, back to you.
And another stock, Anuj, that you had pointed out earlier, Bajaj Finance, that as well is at a fresh high, right? Almost at 5,800 now. What a move it's been for Bajaj Finance, 10% this year already and going strong. But thanks a lot for joining us. We will come back to you, Anuj, in a bit. For now, let's take a break from equities and talk about commodities. Manisha Gupta, our commodities editor, is here to tell us what she's tracking at 10 a.m. this morning. Manisha, over to you.
Sonia, thank you for that. Well, I'm looking at the metal prices because we've seen a smart rebound on this one. Well, the tight supplies and strong demand recovery coming in from various consumer countries has been supportive. And then we also are looking at strong manufacturing data. The metal markets are reacting to that as well. The US multi-trillion-dollar aid or plan for 2022 is something that the markets also have an eye on. And then many of these metals have their individual fundamentals working in positive. We have aluminum on LME trading very close to its 3-year highs. There are estimates that for 2021, the global consumption could rise by 8% as compared to previous year. They're working with a number of 69 million tons on this one. A smart rebound for copper as well. We did see 9,900 on this, but $10,400 per ton is where it's working right now. There are concerns because of strikes by union at BHP's Escondida and Spence mines in Chile. That has been adding premium to these prices. And then you have the steel prices rebounding back from those 2.5-month lows that we saw prices hitting in the previous week. Here as well, China has been coming in from various statements, while of course price speculation is one part of it, but curbing steel production as we go ahead will continue to support steel prices. So metals have seen a good rebound back in Shanghai and LME also. So buying strategies is what we have seen come in from Refinitiv. For gold prices, they're looking at upside targets of 49,550. And in case of metals, nickel is their choice of metal here. Targets of 1338 on the higher side could be seen today.
Okay. Thanks a lot for that, Manisha. Metal stocks are definitely helping the Nifty, but for them, we would be trading much lower. We take a break on that note, and then we look at the change in the scenario with the BMC easing, Bombay Municipal Corporation easing some restrictions in the city. It has allowed non-essential shops to reopen What are the early signs and what are the hopes and expectations? Nilesh Gupta, Managing Partner, Vijay Sales, and Ritesh Ghoshal, the Chief Marketing Officer at Croma, join in.